players put a real shift in. It was a difficult game. They're a good side. I think they're going to be probably top end of the championship. They're a really good side. They had really good rotation. We've conceded at least 2 goals from poor turnovers, which we didn't really need to do. We've come into the game really fatigued in terms of they've covered around 36k this week, which is probably around 8k more than they normally would if we was to play a Saturday game and we had a clear week. So we kind of wanted that, we wanted them to play fatigued today, so the players were very tired. So therefore they don't really fully commit to a press, they don't fully commit to in possession. I think we were kind of loose at times with the ball. But I'm really pleased in many ways because that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted them to play in a tired state, knowing that next week we can go really fresh, obviously against the Harrogate in the first game of the season.
So did you almost sort of half expect individual errors because of that sort of fatigue, if you like?
Well, you never kind of expect errors. You expect the players to play kind of proper passes and not turn the ball over. That's what you expect. But of course, when they're fatigued, they will make their mistakes, and kind of that's what happens. Certainly on 2 of the goals. I think the goal at the end there, we passed it into the middle of the pitch, and the ball turns over, and we could have probably just gone back to the goalkeeper and reset from there. But I think that was probably a fatigued kind of decision and a tired one. But no, I'm pleased.
How much do you expect to be an attacking threat, given that fatigue and the fact you are playing a championship side? Well,
I thought we actually created more chances in the second half than the first. You saw obviously Ben Gladwin hit a volley. You saw McCurdy's chance at the end. So I actually think the game opened up a little bit. I think we ended up with more chances in the second half. So, like I say, McCurdy goes through next week. At that moment, you'd back your house on it that he'd score. But again, fatigued because of the week we've had.
First looks at you in sort of match action for Tommy Adeloye and Angus MacDonald. So what's the views on those two?
I thought Tommy done really well. He's kind of that vocal point at the top of the pitch where we can make longer passes into, and he gets hold of it quite well. I think he's still unfit. He still needs to get up to speed. I thought Angus again needs to get up to speed, but it was important that he got some minutes on the pitch today. I actually wanted him to come off on 65, but we tried to get him on, but the referee couldn't hear the fourth official through his comms, so he actually ended up playing a little bit longer than we wanted him to. But listen, he played 70 minutes, so that's a massive plus. He's come out with no injury, so yeah, massive plus for us.
He had the captain's armband, so should we read something into
that? Angus is going to be the captain moving forward. Ben Gladwin will be the vice captain moving forward. Yeah.
Angus obviously sort of done that role at other clubs. Did he seem quite a straightforward choice?
Yeah, I think so. He's like you say, he's done that at other clubs. He's a leader. He's experienced. I think obviously he's massively important. I think it fits.
No Rhys Devine and Ellis Andless. What's the state of play with them?
So Ellis had a scan yesterday, which has come back clear. He had a little feeling in his quad. So we're just going to be careful with Ellis at the moment. Obviously, we don't want to kind of make him play too much football too soon. Obviously, with his injury at the end of the season as well. So he will be back in training next week, hopefully. And Rhys Devine, he should be back in full training on Monday as well.
And what sort of happens this week to try and get the team to be at their sharpest next Saturday, 3 o'clock?
Well, we're not going to do as much distance, that's for sure. We've really worked them hard this week. It's the highest week they've had in terms of their distance covered, high speed running. This week will be a lot calmer in terms of their distance. So they'll be in Monday. The players who played longer minutes will do less, and then Tuesday will be a more of a harder session. They'll do their gym sessions in between, and then we'll really get to grips with the tactical side of things at the back end of the week.
It's very sort of hard to define, but do you kind of feel on course? Do you think you've got what you've wanted out of the pre-season matches as a whole?
100%. You know, I don't look at score like. Listen, this was always going to be a hard game, especially with the week we've had, and I'm kind of delighted. Listen, there's 2 of the goals that we should. You know, we've gifted them 2 goals. We shouldn't have done that. But like I say, in a tied state, that's kind of happened. So no, I'm really pleased with the pre-season. I think that we've got exactly out of it what we wanted.
And the last thing you sort of talked about, focusing on the tactics a bit more during the week, and there's still 1 or 2 things tactically you'll introduce in the last week, the final sort of elements for the Harrogate game.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, you saw, like, we want to try and play possession football. The goal kick today, we played the goal kick, but when we're under pressure from a team, we're playing kind of goal kick after goal kick after goal kick, and we're still trying to play short. So when the decision-making process has to come in and say, right, we're gonna play off Tommy now and play kind of a longer pass. So there's certain elements like that. It'll be a different game next week because obviously Harrogate play a different formation to what Cardiff did today. We knew Cardiff was going to be 4-3-3. Next week will be different. So it'll be fine-tuning little moments in the game where we can hurt them, where we can press them, where we can kind of steal the ball off them. Of course, from a defensive point of view as well, little bits and pieces that we need to speak about.
Going to sneak in one more. You've given both your goalkeepers exactly, I think, the same number of minutes
Yep.
in pre-season. Have you made a decision on who's first choice? Yeah.
No, I did that purposely. I wanted them to play exactly the same amount of minutes so I can kind of go away now and look and see who I think's going to be the one to start the season. And whoever it is, the other one needs to understand that there's a lot of games to go. So it's not a case of having a number 1 and a number 2. It's a case of having two number 1s fighting for the same jersey.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.